Caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough. If we care enough. If we care enough. If we care enough. If we care enough.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. Is there something wrong with that?
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
I don't care what age you are right now, do not chase someone who's showing you that they're not sure about you, or that they're not respecting you, or that they're not thinking about you. I don't care what age you are right now, do not chase someone who's showing you that they're not sure about you, or that they're not respecting you, or that they're not thinking about you. I don't care what age you are right now, do not chase someone who's showing you that they're not sure about you, or that they're not respecting you, or that they're not thinking about you.
Man, hour number 2. Oh, gosh. The dog is always chasing the cat. A deeper look at the dynamic between the chaser and the runner in intimate relationships. Human beings are wired to seek validation and acceptance, often leading us to believe that happiness lies in obtaining the affections of another. By examining the psychological mechanisms at play, such as attachment styles and the fear of rejection, we can gain insight into the motivation behind chasing and the potential pitfalls it presents. Let me get her back in here. Nikki from the SIP. Nikki from Mississippi, get in here. Finish your thought, please.
So if we're after validation and acceptance, it would seem more practical and purposeful to apply that to what does want you, as opposed to what does not.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a feeling that this person who you may have been involved with at some point made you feel, cannot that same emotion happen with a person who wants you and it be better? Simply because they desire you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is food for thought because I'm trying to understand. I do not come from a perspective of wanting to be in a space that doesn't want me. If I'm rejected in any environment, that means it's going to be hard. Mm-hmm. And that's not, it takes too much energy to do that.
I love it.
I think I told you in the beginning, I'm an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you something I told my brother once, who was having this problem with a girl because we wanted that girl to get gone because she was making our life hell. Jesus didn't do good everywhere. He did good somewhere. So why don't you take all that wonderful that is you that wants to be validated and apply it somewhere where it can be?
Wow.
Who's the thought?
Wow. Nikki, come on.
I mean, if you want the validation, unless it's maybe even, because this is a wound too, what if the charge you get is in the chasing or pursuing because you were rejected?
And look at that. Yeah.
Now that could be happening too.
Mm-hmm. Keep cooking, Nikki.
The desire to keep pursuing a person, place, or thing that's rejecting you, you may get a charge out of the fight, if you will, particularly if you're male.
Mm-hmm.
Because then there becomes a conquest, which my understanding of men is sometimes important.
Right.
Okay, but if that's the case and you're getting that from a negative place, then we got to go get us some couch time so we can work that out.
Some couch time. I like that. Nikki, guess what you just did?
I brought the sip in the building. I love you all.
We love you, Nikki, from the sip. Y'all better know, man, we are being blessed whenever that sister can call in and share her insights. But speaking of attachment, before I even get there, let me go and get my brother on because he's been waiting long enough. Truemonger, Dallas, Texas, get in here.
Yes, sir.
My brother, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Oh, boy. First, got to remind Andy to play my theme music, too.
Huh?
You know what it is.
You got theme music? What's your theme music?
I sent it to you. Y'all keep forgetting.
Wait, tell me what it is.
I can't say the name on the air.
What's the edited version? Tell us the edited version. We'll put it on right now.
And you love to hate?
Oh, Ice Cube.
Mm-hmm.
You love to hate. Is there a clean version of that? We about to find the clean version right. You come on, Truemonger. Listen. Sometimes, man, I get so many messages, man, they all run together, True. But you know what?
I know.
Because you my brother, here you go. Truemonger's theme song. You got it, Andy? Let's do it. We about to set you up, Truemonger, seeing that you need somebody said it's Sanford and Son. We can play
Oh, that's funny.
Here you go, Truemonger.
I heard payback's a breath on the trigger. That's why I'm sick of getting treated like another damn stepchild. Kill a punk cause I ain't him. You gotta deal with the 9 double limb. The day is coming that you all hate. Just think, and brothers decide to retaliate and try to keep me from running up. I never tell you to get down. It's all about coming up.
Yeah. Truemonger's theme music. Get in here, Truemonger. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic, brother?
Oh, man. I've seen this kind of behavior growing up. Men chasing after women, women chasing after men. I'm like, look, if it's not mutual, what's the point?
Right.
If you just try to playing games just because you want to get some cookie or you trying to get some joystick or whatever, then let that be known from the jump. Don't be out here playing games, talking about you trying to pursue a real relationship. Real relationship ain't about games. If I do that, I can pull up my Uno cards or play on my PlayStation. You know, it's got to be mutual for me. I never chased anybody. I don't think that's in me to do that. And if I see a woman that I may be interested in, even hinting at playing games like that, it's a turn on for me. I'll just go on about my business. I'll deal with somebody who's mutually interested, and we can see where it goes from there.
Right.
I don't got time for that.
Teach me, brother. Teach me, man. Teach me, man.
Well,
I'm here to learn.
It seems like that's what the chasing is what it seems to be what a lot of people were taught to do.
Right. But see,
Like,
let me just say this, True. I'm a little bit of a weirdo. I don't chase in the beginning. I'm standoffish. Many times women come to me, right? And then if I like them, and then the relationship goes sour, then I start saying, hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? That's me. Like, I'm inverted in that way. In the beginning, I'm not going to chase. I will barely even talk. Oh, no.
I get that.
I think that's because of my attachment style. You know, anxious, preoccupied. Look it up. Look up the attachment styles. Anxious, preoccupied. And I tend to attract dismissive avoidance. Dismissive avoidance, pull away. Anxious, preoccupied, lean in. And there's this tug of war. Yeah, man.
Sometimes, if that's the case, and they tend to pull away to the point where they pull themselves completely out of the picture, in my opinion, I still wouldn't chase after them. I'm like, if it was something there that's real, it'll come back to you. Or in death, or they get married or whatever. If it was real and they go away for a while, it'll come back. Might not come back when you want it, or when you expect it to, if you're expected to. But in some form or fashion, it'll come back.
I got you.
So in that way, you just gotta let it go and keep living.
I got you, brother. Well, man, thank you for the insight, man. I appreciate it, man. Listen, man, I'm not too haughty to learn, man. And every time you call in, brother, I learn from you. You understand? And I respect you, and I appreciate you, brother. Hey, guess what you just did?
Brought Dallas in the building.
You already know Dallas, Texas is in the building. Listen, LA, this is a great conversation. Don't let Texas and Mississippi and North Carolina and all of the South dominate it. Y'all can get in here. Call us, 1-800-920-1580.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do Black history every single day. In fact, as the only Black talk radio station west of the Mississippi, we are Black history. Our annual Black History Month luncheon is fast approaching, and we want to be sure to give you ample time to get your company, organization, church, or group to join us at this year's celebration on the last day of the month, Thursday, February 29th at noon. Last year, we honored iconic local Black media personalities, including Pat Harvey, Jim Hill, Mark Brown, Beverly White, Sandy Banks, and Pat Prescott, and raised $20,000 in scholarships. This year, we're honoring Black Hollywood creatives who have used their artistic genius as climate justice champions. At this year's luncheon, we will be showcasing and sharing their inspiring work on our big screen. Plus, a scrumptious meal, live music, great company, and lots of fun with your favorite KBLA Talk 1580 hosts. So contact us today at info@smileyaudio.com or call 323-290-4690. That's info@smileyaudio.com or call 323-290-4690. We hope to see you Thursday, February 29th as we close out Black History Month. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your Black.
You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580, where climate is king. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Stay Housed LA has the resources you need to know your rights and the legal support to back them up. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost people their jobs and livelihoods. This has left an estimated 1/3 of households not being able to make rent and facing losing their homes. This is a fear no one in our community should have to face. You have rights, though, and Stay Housed LA is here to help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between the County of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles, and local community and legal service providers. Together, they provide tenants with the information and support needed to exercise their rights so they can remain safely in their homes. Find out more about your rights by participating in a virtual tenant workshop. Get the legal assistance you need. Find additional resources in Los Angeles County and the City of Los Angeles. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA County for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. Stay connected to Stay Housed LA for updates. This and more at stayhousedla.org. That's stayhousedla.org. Or call their hotline at 213-694-0040. We've got your black with a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy. To have a girl like her is truly a dream come true. Just my imagination running away with me. It was just my imagination.
Never, ever, ever chase a woman, my brothers. Never try to build a case for a woman to stay with you, to go out with you. Never ask a woman multiple times to spend time with you. Never try to convince an existing woman to stay. If she wanders, let her go. This is very consistent with my thoughts of believe everything a woman does and nothing of what she says. Now, this applies to everybody, but I'm speaking to the men out here, being that the majority of my audience is men. Believe what she does, not what she says. That's super important for you to maintain your own sanity. So if she wanders, bye-bye. No flowers, no dinners, no weekend getaways. Have the funeral. And by funeral, I mean, if you are parting ways from a woman, everything that reminds you of her must be not just thrown away, but be eliminated. Burned, buried, destroyed. So there's no sentimental attachment. You have to remember that sentimentalism is a trap for you. And what you miss about her is the hardware, not the software, if that makes any sense to you. What you miss...
Ooh-wee. Wait a minute, hold on. You didn't get rid of it, did you? Hold on. What you miss about her is the hardware, not the software. Did you clean it up for me? Oh, look, well, we got to play the rest of them. Go ahead. Woo.
Attachment. You have to remember that sentimentalism is a trap for you. And what you miss about her is the hardware, not the software, if that makes any sense to you. What you miss is the picture, the vision of her on you. And you see that, and it's burned in your mind. It's burned in your memory. And that is what you're missing. You don't miss the software. You miss the hardware. I mean, brah.
Wow. He said, you don't miss the BS. You miss the hardware, not the software. But I will say that this is bidirectional. Men go through this too. It ain't just men and women go through this. Attila says, I disagree. Uh-oh. Well, we got Attila on the line. Let's get Attila in here. Attila, what are your thoughts? Runner-chaser dynamic.
Wait, you caught that fast? Wait.
Huh?
You got that fast. Yeah, I disagree. I didn't realize you caught that so fast, what I typed.
Come on. I'm paying attention now.
I disagree. Let me just say, though, real quick, something that really made me hop on. When you were describing kind of how you are in terms of being quiet at the beginning and then kind of becoming more of the chaser at the end, see, I'm the opposite. I'll be real invested at the beginning. And then towards the end, when the stuff ain't working out, I'm like, that's to make a clean break. But
those are the avoidant types, the dismissive and the fearful. In the beginning, they're tapped in.
Yes, so this is why, yes. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I would disagree. Depending upon which, I guess, category or way you fall in, you can definitely miss the software of somebody and still be in this like runner-chaser dynamic.
Right.
Depending upon the type of connection that you have with that person, because some people don't just jump in the bed real quick. Some of us like take our time. So in that case, your attachment has to be built upon something else, especially if you don't get a chance to jump in the bed, so to speak. But nonetheless, I'm just saying, everybody ain't out here, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But let me just say, though, as far as the chasing thing, I do agree that we should not chase. And when it comes to what Rumi said, right, I do believe that what you seek is seeking you, but it has to be aligned with you. If it's not aligned with you, then there is no seeking. You repel each other at that point. So I guess the biggest thing would be if you're dealing with codependency, for someone who is dealing with anxious attachment, chances are there's a strong enmeshment and codependency there. You are lacking something and seeking it in someone else. Hence why it's fleeing you. And I feel like on an unconscious level or subconscious, however you want to say it, the person realizes that, they recognize that, and they know that there's a strong possibility they can't give that to you, so they run.
Wow. Heavy
How
stuff.
can I give you? Like, how am I going to give you? How do I give you the pieces and parts of you that are missing from your childhood? Number one, I wasn't there. Number two, even if I could give that to you, should I give that to you? Things that we don't earn, we don't appreciate the majority of the time. And I think that's why the runner-chaser dynamic is attractive to men a lot of times, because there's that push to earn that, I got to prove my love. Every night I got to prove my love. There's that chase. There's that conditioning to do that. But my thing is, if you get what it is that you're trying to catch and you realize that it's not what you thought it was, then what did you really gain?
Heavy. Attila, guess what you just did, child?
All right, Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, get them phone lines lit. We got Atlanta. We got Indianapolis. We on fire tonight. But let me do this real quick. KBLA Talk 1580 is your election information station. And we just released our first ever survey of Black LA County voters. The groundbreaking results highlight a wide-open LA County District Attorney's race, plus the Black community's views on crime, criminal justice, and other key issues that are not being addressed by the DA candidates. To see the unique results of our very first political poll of likely Black voters in LA County, hit our website at KBLA1580.com. Once again, that's KBLA1580.com. While you're there, check out the rundown of all the candidates we have interviewed to date, and you should take a moment to fill out our climate justice survey. No Talk station in Southern California is covering this important election like we are. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black. Hey, you know what it is. Callers, get to me. 1-800-920-1580. This is very deep stuff tonight. And we were talking about attachment styles. The last caller, Attila Phillips, who's on fire. She's been killing every time she calls in. But I like to refer to the Buddha when it comes to attachment. The Buddha said attachment is the source of suffering. And he also put it this way. He said, see them floundering in their sense of mind like fish in the puddles of a dried up stream, and seeing this, live with no mind, not forming attachments for states of becoming. Did you hear what he said? See them floundering in their sense of mind, M-I-N-E. Sometimes, especially if you lose somebody that you love and you want to go get them. You remember the old black and white movies? You'd be like, my woman has left. Then go get her, son. You know, they give you that pep talk. Go after her, you know? And there's a strong sense of mind. That's my woman. That's my experience. And I want to recapture that. And sometimes many of us don't understand that that is attachment talking. And as the Buddha said, attachment is the source of suffering. And he says it in various ways throughout, his sayings, the Buddha. If you want to read some of the sayings of the Buddha, just go get the Dharmapada, or there are many books that juxtapose the sayings of Buddha with the sayings of Christ, and they are startlingly similar, right? Here's another one. Live with no sense of mind, not forming attachment to experiences. Well, in relationships, that's difficult. It's exceedingly difficult because if somebody makes you feel good, if somebody brings out all of this passion in your heart, you tend to want to hold on. It's very heavy. Listen, when we come forward, we're going to Atlanta and then Indianapolis. Let's keep it going.
Soon we'll be married and raise a family. Oh, yeah. A cozy little home out in the country with 2 children, maybe 3. I tell you, I can't visualize it all. This couldn't be a dream, or to real it all seems. But it was just my imagination once again.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton. Here's the latest on the Black Information Network. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin will face a grilling on Capitol Hill over his secretive hospitalization. He's scheduled to testify before the House Armed Services Committee on February 29th. Austin, who is black, has faced sharp criticism as his unannounced hospitalization last month was not disclosed to President Biden or other senior administration officials for several days, prompting some to call for his resignation. The secretary last week publicly acknowledged he handled the situation poorly and apologized. In his annual State of the City address, Birmingham Mayor Randall Woodfin called on members of the Alabama legislature to amend the state law that would allow funding for the financially ailing Birmingham Southern College. Woodfin, who is black, said changing one word in the law from may to shall would clear the way for the private institution to receive a $30 million loan approved by lawmakers in 2023, but later rejected by State Treasurer Young Boozer. That's the latest. I'm Amber Payton on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network.
Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
Climate is king.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that caring for the community means caring about the climate. You might have heard that we announced a pretty bold 12-month, $2 million campaign to do 4 things. Increase climate literacy, turn up the volume on communities of color in the climate conversation, connect everyday people with the resources they need to survive and thrive, and highlight frontline climate justice crusaders of color throughout this year. KBLA Talk 1580 will be bringing you insightful interviews on all of our shows to help raise your climate IQ. Each quarter this year, we will also be hosting free climate events in various communities throughout the city with food, fun, and forward-thinking conversations. Thanks to partners like LADWP, Metro, Caltrans, the Sierra Club, the California Community Foundation, the California Endowment, AQMD, MWD, and more. You'll also be hearing more about a couple of national town halls broadcasting live from Los Angeles, to which you will be invited. And we'll be rolling out a robust social media campaign on all our platforms, as well as an outdoor media campaign, all designed to educate, enlighten, and empower you in our fight for climate justice.
We want cleaner air.
Caring about the community means caring about the climate. At KBLA Talk 1580, we believe that we really can change the world if we care enough.
LADWP is proud to partner with KBLA to share with you how to start the new year without bill worries. We're here to help if you're behind on your bill or need help staying current. Sign up anytime online for Level Pay to set predictable monthly payments throughout the year, including for past due amounts. You can also check out the special extended pay arrangements of up to 48 months to help pay down your bill. If you're a senior or income qualified, you may be eligible for Easy Save to receive discounts and also qualify for free and discounted energy and water saving devices. You can get up to $15,000 for past due water and or sewer bills and up to $3,000 for electric bills. But you gotta act fast. Funding is limited. You can reduce your past due bills and kick off the year right, because here at LADWP, we're here to help. Visit ladwp.com/cares today and find out more.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that we keep us safe. Pro Football Hall of Famer and urban peace pioneer Jim Brown believed in just that. So he founded the Amera I Can Foundation for Social Change in 1988, focusing on at-risk and high-risk youth in underserved schools and juvenile detention facilities, as well as adult incarceration and reentry initiatives. The core of the Amera I Can program is its 15-chapter life skills curriculum. Mastery of these skills allows individuals to meet their academic potential, conform their behavior to acceptable societal standards, and improve the quality of their lives by equipping them with what they need to confidently and successfully contribute to society. Today, the foundation is led by its president, Monique Brown, who has been actively involved in the organization for more than 25 years. The Amera I Can Foundation continues its work in memory of its founder, actor, philanthropist, and NFL legend Jim Brown. To get involved or make a donation, please visit AmeriICanCommunity.partners. That's AmeriICanCommunity.partners. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Charles Barkley in a pickup game.
We'll take Barkley.
Ha! First pick. Sorry, kids.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision?
Okay, here's the plan. Pass me the ball every time.
This is banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio that's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of reason.
Yo, so I got this two-timing chick who got her revenge from when I was on my two-time tip. And even when I tried to correct it, she couldn't get past how she was disrespected, neglected my effort, a pair with no trust, dirty games and affairs that been tearing us up. If things ain't picture perfect, is it really worth it? I have an idea, but I need to know for certain.
I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need a love doctor, and I need it right away. I'm calling you up. I'm calling you up. 'Cause I need to hear the doctor's voice of
Hey there, this is Matt Boggs, the founder of the Love and Relationships Division of the Brave Thinking Institute, where our mission is empowering people to create and live lives they love. And so if you like this video, I encourage you to click the little subscribe button and click that little bell, because every week we bring you videos to empower you in your love life. And so today we're talking about how you and your man can give each other equal attention instead of you chasing his attention. You know, in human dynamics, there's a really interesting phenomenon that happens that I saw demonstrated live at a live event I was at many years ago. So there's hundreds of us in this room, and the presenter divides us into A's and B's. And he said, I want you just to have a conversation and notice A's, how you feel. B's, during the conversation, I want you to continuously lean in and get closer and closer very gradually until the A's end up taking a step back, and just notice how close that person can become before it begins to feel uncomfortable for you. And so I'm the A, my partner's the B, and we begin to talk. And my partner gets closer and closer and closer and closer. And eventually they're right in my space and I'm taking a step back. Other people, all the A's are stepping back while the B's are moving in. And the facilitator said, okay, good work everyone. Now we're gonna do a different round. And B's, instead of leaning in, what I want you to do is, if you're a B, I want you to listen, but then take just a step back. And what's interesting is when they took a step back, almost all of the A's felt the need to close the gap. And the A's began to lean in. And the A's began to move in the direction of the B's. The same dynamic happens in relationships. When you really like someone, you have a lot of attraction for them, it's easy to lose our center and to get off balance and lean in too far into the relationship, and it collapses the gap and the other person naturally pulls away. Now you do want to show you that you're interested, but there's a dynamic that you can create that still creates enough space for the man to then reciprocate that same level of interest. Often what this looks like when
Very interesting. Very interesting. Only dogs chase the cat, the chaser and the runner on the VOR. Tonight's topic, man, it is absolutely fire. Woo, it is fire. But you already know, for a lot of chasers, right, there is this overwhelming sense of loneliness. This is why validation and acceptance and acknowledgement, we're chasing for all of these things, right? And you've heard me say it. I mean, I've been working on this with myself for over 25 years. You know, man, you've heard me say this on so many shows. All this stuff is an inside job. right? Oh, Nikki just asked a great question. Are you lonely or lonesome? Heavy stuff. Heavy stuff. Let's see what Krishnamurti had to say on it. From his book on love and loneliness. As long as one is escaping from loneliness, there is no essential difference between the worship of God and addiction to alcohol. Socially, there may be a difference, but psychologically, the man who runs away from himself, from his own emptiness, whose escape is his search for God, is on the same level as a drunkard. Gosh. He's just saying anything can be used as an escape when you're running from self, whether it be religion or the bottle. That's a hard way to take it, right? That's a hard way to put that. But I love when he talks about these kind of things and he speaks from it that angle. He also said, when the mother and father love their children, they do not compare them. They do not compare their child with another child. It is their child, and they love their child. But you want to compare yourself with something better, with something nobler, with something richer. So you create in yourself a lack of love. So many times the runner and the chaser feels like, if I get what I'm running after, if I get what I seek, I will be somehow completed or made whole or better. And listen, Zoe is always going to be transparent with you, man. This is a struggle I've had since I was a child. And I'm way better now. But this is a struggle I've had since I was a child. You know? When the relationship ends, there's this sense of asking myself, am I worthy? Right? And of course, I get back to myself. I get back to understanding, yes, you're worthy. But man, it hurts when it happens. Has it happened to you? Have you been a chaser? Or are you more of the runner? I've been both. I've run from some folk. I think I run from more folk than I chase. I can be quite honest about that. However, when I've had to chase, boy, I tie them shoes up. I get that steroid shot like Ben Johnson against Carl Lewis, and I get to running now. I'm chasing. Do you understand? I hear you, Attila. Attila Phillips says, worthiness wounds are tough. Maybe that's our show tomorrow. Who knows? Let's get these callers in here. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Hey, I just appreciate you being one of the most thoughtful, prophetic type of individuals on this planet in terms of just speaking to things at the proper time as they flow through you. I really don't have much to say because I'll just be vibing. I heard the theme music earlier, and I don't want to double down on nobody. I embraced the whole Fantastic Voyage thing, so I'm Mr. Bow Wow Wow Yippee Yo Yippee Yay at the same time.
Hey, we might have to get you set up, Nazarene. If you start calling back again, we might have to get you some theme music.
Hey, look, it's all love, man. Shoot, I guess one thing I could just lob in the air is, in retrospect, I believe when I was younger, like high school and stuff like that, I think, personally, witnessing certain things at home, as we know, kind of like shape our interactions, even say like with our neighbors, like high school friends or, neighborhood friends, stuff like that. Interaction with the girls and all of that. I had kind of cut things off even like moving as a child or whatnot. It's like, it's one thing for me to have friends or have some kind of stability or some kind of unit, and then having that stripped away. That's how I felt as a child, like, you know, to be so-called uprooted. And just thinking on it, it's like, I know that inside I was telling myself, yo, I don't want to even make friends because I don't want to, every time I get close to something, it gets stripped away from me.
Come on, man. You speaking
And
my language.
That joint is just like, it's an ingrained kind of, it's a weird thing because you'll exist in whatever space, but then what you're doing is like, now once something is kind of out of, like, just taken away, like anyone that's felt something stripped from them like that, on some Black Panther type junk, like it's powers is gone.
Yeah.
It does leave a mark, you know what I'm saying? And
Man.
I can only imagine just with the different foes, like who goes through what and what it's going to take to recover. But I'll tell you one thing, the change or whatnot, I want to say it just happened because I couldn't tell you any particular situation that triggered it. I think it's just you got to get destroyed to the point where if you do end up caring about yourself, you'll learn how to now, if anything, have to jump through that next hurdle of chasing for sport.
But
because then it's like a little get back game.
You saying something so big, man. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a foster child.
Love.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, sir.
and I became a foster child before I could even really really develop an attachment style to my biological mother. So my attachment style, I mean, you heard my story before, man. Like, my brother was taken by a family, and this was a godsend family. A mother, her name was Mary Bynum, and James Bynum. They had, listen, man, they had foster children before me and my brother. But, you know, when they got my brother was like, yo, man, I got a little brother. He had been there for a month already. And they was like, no, you didn't. You came by yourself. He was like, nah. And he's only 10 months older than me. But he was able, man, can you imagine if he couldn't articulate that?
Right.
He was
and that's
able,
again, like,
he was able to articulate to them, hey, no, seriously, I've got a little brother. They go back to the orphanage where I was, and the story that was told to me by my foster mother was, you were in a basket by the stove. I was still there, bro. They got me, took me back, and then I attached to her. Do you understand? So imagine when they come back to me and say, yo, bro, this is not your mom. Your real mother lives in the projects. You got to go there. I'm 5 now. I'm like, what? So the word you used was uprooted. So when relationships go bad for me, especially with people that with great loves, like I genuinely love, it's like it's an uprooting of myself. Stay with me, Nazarene X. When we come forward, the voice of reason will keep cooking.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Listen up, City of Los Angeles renters that live in rent-controlled units. Landlords can now increase your rent by 4%. Know these 3 facts. The rent increase is allowed February 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2024. An extra 1% per utility up to 6% can be added if the landlord pays the entire gas and electric bill. And illegal rent increase complaints can be filed at housing.lacity.org. Check if you live in a rent-controlled unit and learn more at housing.lacity.org. Be informed, be protected, be at home.
It's time to represent your community in the 2024 presidential primary election. When you vote, you get to decide what is best for you, your neighborhood, and your family. Use your power. Make a plan to vote today. Visit plan.lavote.gov. That's plan.lavote.gov to get everything you need to vote in the March 5th presidential primary election. Brought to you by the Los Angeles County Registrar.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be a sign that your digestive system isn't working at its best? Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil fiber powders help promote your daily digestive health using a plant-based fiber called psyllium. The gelling action of this special fiber traps and removes waste, so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil, promoting digestive health for a better you. Learn more at metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Environmental justice is racial justice.
Environmental justice is social justice.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 believes in community empowerment. LA's 99 neighborhood councils form the grassroots level of the Los Angeles city government. The system was created to connect LA's diverse communities to City Hall. While neighborhood council board members are volunteers, they are also public officials elected to office by the members of their community. Neighborhood councils advocate on issues like homelessness, housing, land use, emergency preparedness, public safety, parks, transportation, and sustainability. They also provide local expertise on the delivery of city services to their various communities. Neighborhood councils are open to participation by anyone who is a part of the fabric of daily life in said community. This includes those who live, work, or own property or a business. If you are interested in stepping up to join your local neighborhood council, visit www.empowerla.org. That's empowerla.org. It's time to think globally, but act locally. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Easy come, easy go. That's just how you live. Oh, take it all, but you never give.
Yes, my playlist is my co-host. The VOR is back in the building. Y'all stay tapped in with me, man. We be having some of the greatest conversations, man. And listen, I'm a human being, a whip, a work in progress. You don't know relationship specialist that's going to lay it out like me. That's what differentiates me from the rest of it. Everybody want to come across and sound all book knowledge and, all clinical. Or they come spiritual. They figure like they got it together. No, nobody has it all together. That's why I wanted to share with y'all tonight. Only dogs chase the cat. The chaser and the runner, the VOR, we on fire tonight. Let me get my brother Nazarene X in here for his final thought. You got to keep it short because I got one more caller.
Already, man. Look, you'll keep going after what attracts you, and prayerfully you have some type of system around you. It's definitely built in you with the fight or flight type of thing, but if you a dog, you don't want to get hit by a car. Just, saying, strategize, my niggas.
Yeah,
that's it.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate you.
ATL in the building. Hey, let's get
ATL.
Devin in here from Indianapolis. Another from Indianapolis. So, hey, man, you got to keep it real tight, man. We up against the clock. Devin, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Hey, I feel it, man. I was just with my lady tonight. We were scrolling by on YouTube, and we had seen your podcast. I just wanted to say, man, I've been following you since 2017, and I just appreciate what you're doing out here, man. It's a good look, and keep doing your thing, man. We love you, bro.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. You have no idea. Hey, how you doing, young lady?
Good. Just wanted to show you love tonight. Been watching you for many of years.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. And listen, don't be afraid to call back in. I'm in here tomorrow with another heater topic. Y'all brought Indianapolis in the building. Listen, I say it all the time, man. We don't have all the answers. We really don't. We don't have all the answers, but we do have all of the discussions. We want to have the real discussions. We want to have the real topics here. And what's important about having these discussions are people to discuss them with. We've been asking LA to show up for a long time, and LA trickles in every now and again. This is my home court. Y'all got to show up for your brother. I love that the rest of the nation, the nation calls in. East Coast, Southeast, Midwest, Hawaii. We done got Korea done called in here. We got all types of folks calling in. Los Angeles, don't be afraid to have a real discussion, right? Because that's what we want to do. We want to talk it through. We got 2 hours to do it, and we need y'all to do it. Now, I'm going to hit y'all with Krishnamurti again from his book on love and loneliness. He says, the idea is not love. You heard Stephen Speak say earlier, don't date the idea, don't date the potential. I've been saying it for 25 years now. Don't date the ideal, date the real. I'll say, don't date the ideal man, date the real man. Krishnamurti said it here. The idea is not love. The idea, the word, is not love. But only when you have seen the whole movement of desire, attachment, pleasure, then out of the depth of perception comes this strange flower with its extraordinary perfume. That is love. What he's basically saying is, when you get desire, which is pleasure, attachment, which is prison, all right? When you get all of that stuff out of the way, he says, then out of the depth of perception comes this strange flower with its extraordinary perfume. He says, that is love. Listen, I love each and every one of you guys for tuning in every night. Even the people who don't call in, even the people who won't open up and share. I love all of you because I know once you hear what we have to say, the bell will be rung. You can't unring it. You're going to go to sleep. You're going to think about it. Listen, up next, the fire shall continue to be stoked. You already know who's in the building. Jill Monroe, my girl, your girl, our girl. Her show, RSVP with Jill Monroe. The fire continues. I'll see y'all tomorrow with another heater. Deuces.
It's slowly driving me insane.